Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. On the Polkadot chart, we had a break above the trend line we've been watching, and since then the market continued to move higher, and we are still forming higher highs and higher lows, and we are still in a local uptrend. So from that point of view, the structure hasn't changed from yesterday's video, but obviously we are watching the structure all the time and have to make changes, adjustments, or have to highlight when I'm getting increasingly cautious. Because so far, I mean, while we are going higher, and while we're still printing higher highs, higher lows, I don't see a clear microstructure in what would be the third wave. So it could be that this entire move up, circle wave one there, is a diagonal pattern because it is so choppy, right? We see a lot of overlapping price action here, okay? Not so much in this initial move up, even though there were some overlaps, but nothing major. But now here, this is getting increasingly choppy. Yes, again, the trend is still up. We're still forming higher highs and higher lows, but there isn't really anything clear to me that I could say, okay, this is another 1-2 setup. No, it's not, because this is 3 waves up, and this also looks like 3 waves up. So I'm not putting any labels on this because it is first of all, it's unclear what exactly it is. Yeah, I mean, it is possible, absolutely possible, that we're dealing really with a diagonal pattern. So to give you maybe some ideas, I mean, this initial move up might have only been an ABC structure, which wouldn't be surprising given how many altcoins are moving in ABC patterns. So we're always looking for 5 waves up, and we did have something that looked a bit like a 5-wave move up, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just 3 waves. We had a pullback which was extremely shallow for a wave 2. That's another maybe red flag. And this is also just too choppy. I mean, could that be another A wave? Could that be a B wave? Could we now be in a C wave within a third wave, which would be, again, part of a larger A, B, C or something? Yeah, I mean, but is that really helpful to label it like that? I mean, it just means be on the side of caution here with DOT. The Ether chart is also moving in diagonals. So when we are operating on these time frames, I mean, you could argue, whenever we're dealing with diagonals on these time frames, just be careful. It could easily break. It's a very, very fragile structure. The trend is still up, yep. And I have highlighted here in red this previous red line. This is the support level, which is located at 440. So this is the key level, because this is technically the invalidation point for a wave 2 pullback. Yeah? But again, I don't trust this pattern because this is too choppy. I mean, another idea is maybe we had a 1-2 setup as an impulse to wave 1, yeah? And then this here is forming some kind of a wave 1 leading diagonal, which could lead to a 1-2 setup. But this is also forced. So yeah, I don't know. I don't see the benefit. At least I don't see a very clear bullish structure here at the moment. Yeah, I see this. That's what we can track. As long as we're holding the $4.40 level, below 440, things will get difficult, and we would then have the orange support region to watch, which I'm not prepared to move really higher at this stage. So it's still below, between $4.20 and $3.80. But yeah, not a clear structure, I think, to trade in my view. I don't know. There's no clear setup I can see right now. There just isn't. If we get a deeper pullback, maybe there could be an opportunity. At the moment, this is just chopping around, unless you're using maybe some moving averages or trend lines. But yeah, I don't know. This is just choppy mess, really. Looking at the bigger picture, if this is a 5-wave move to the upside that's unfolding, as I said, it should get to around about $6.20 in the third wave. And in the 5th wave, we would like to get it to around about $6.50, $6.60 or higher. That would be wave 1. Then a pullback in wave 2 could follow next. And then a third wave rally could happen from there. But that's far in the future. Let's first see if we can avoid another swing low. If another low forms, then this would be problematic on the longer time frame chart. Yeah, if we go to the DOT long-term chart, or let's say just like the bigger picture, then you see how critical it actually is that this line down there needs to be defended which is the October low, and also here the recent August low at around $3.60. It really needs to hold. Not a clearly bullish chart anymore, but if we can develop a small 5-wave move from the recent August low, then the first pattern I'm tracking is here wave C to the upside, because it could be a 5-wave move up that leads to a larger wave 2 corrective rally, maybe into the region between 1230 and 2640, and then we break down. We'll take it level by level. We have to with this chart. Yeah, with this chart, which now clearly shows a 5-wave move down and then hasn't managed to build higher highs, higher lows, and instead just retrace the entire move up from the October low. It is a warning. I mean, that doesn't mean we have to break down in a straight line, but it means this is not a clearly bullish chart anymore. So at the moment, I'm just watching, do I see any clear setups on the smaller time frame for this that could take us higher in wave C? Maybe something more bullish, but that would remain to be seen. So at the moment, there isn't really much. It's just, yeah, it's still printing higher highs, higher lows in the smaller time frame, but there hasn't been a deep pullback as such that would put this idea to a test, that maybe here this, go to the daily chart now, that's actually a 4-day chart, that this C wave has started. Obviously, as you can see, this C is too small. What's happening down here could easily just be a corrective rally. So yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that something really bullish emerges from here. Obviously, it's possible as long as the last low is holding, but I need to see a bit more structure. Yeah, bear in mind, this C wave to the upside would also be a 5-wave pattern. So once we get this wave 1 and the wave 2 pullback, we have a nice setup, but that will take some time to develop. Okay, the microstructures don't always offer much clarity, and they also don't offer always a great setup, really. So that's my update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.